Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Make sure you hit that subscribe button just right down there. We're also on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app. My next guest, she comes all the way from Virginia. She got this dope-ass challenge out right now called the Shimmey Challenge. If you go on her page, there's a whole bunch of ass.
Yeah.
She goes by the name of Kiara Simone. Kiara, what's poppin', homegirl? Kiara. Oh,
okay.
I'm so
no,
sorry.
so many people say our era. Even growing up, I just got used to it. But.
So it's like Kiara, like Sierra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my mental. Yeah, it's good. I'm really like fucking with your outfit right now.
Thank you. Meal ticket. You know, he got me this jacket yesterday after my performance. So it was kind of like I was getting my chain. You know?
Yeah.
It's almost like getting your chain.
And that's the label, huh?
Yeah.
How long you been signed to the label?
I've been with E for 2 years now.
Okay. How's that been
working?
working?
It's about to be 3. We got 2016, so 17, 18. About to be 3.
Yeah.
19.
I mean, it's still fresh in 2019.
I be forgetting it's 19 already.
Yeah, right? Yours just be going by super fast.
Oh, Jesus, the gray hairs.
So, how's like the meal ticket movement been going for you though?
It's dope, man. You already know he's a casting director, so he knows like everybody already, and they're all just getting used to my face and my sound now. And it's crazy because they look at me first, and because he casts models and I'm tall, it kind of look like, it's just another model chick trying to rap. But then they see how hard he's been pushing me, and then they see they hear the music, and they're like, oh no, she's actually dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, we knocking down doors now.
Well, it's crazy. Like when I first heard Shimmey, right, I was like, okay, this is like a cool club record. And then I ended up hearing that record, How to Rob. And I was like, oh wait, shit, she can actually rap her ass off.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Something about that song, like, I really just have to ask, like, I think that whole Nicki situation that was going on, like, have you ever, like, spoken to her about that?
No, but, like, a lot of her team reached out, so that was it. That was about as close as it got.
That's it? Squash for the most part?
I mean, yeah, because I never did have anything against Nicki. I've always loved Nicki. I think she's dope. Her come up was dope. Everything about her is dope, and she's an icon. So I never was one of those female rappers that was like, oh, I don't like Nicki Minaj. It just so happens that I woke up one day and people were tagging me in it. And then people were coming to me to interview. And you can't ignore the fact that some of the bars do sound the same.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just like, whatever, I still respect her as an artist.
Partially I do feel like it's always the media trying to like put two females together and just try to make it like one. Because like I've always had this conversation with people in which like, Nicki Minaj was like the most prominent female rapper. Then Cardi B comes out, then it's like, boom. Well, who's better? And then, like your verse comes out and then her verse comes out. It's like, boom, we got to like put them in like the same boat. Does that bother you?
It does. It does bother me because it's like, it's okay for 20 male rappers to be out. But as soon as like another female rapper comes out, they want to pin everybody against each other. So yeah, with that How to Rob situation, I did feel a little way like, dang, I work hard in the studio. I work hard writing my verses, and then out of nowhere, she drops hers, and it just gets all this publicity. And I'm like, I just did this last year, so I did feel a certain way about it.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it, and I was just like, you know what? That just lets me know that I need to be up there with her because my pen game is up there. So
no, for sure.
It was just validation. I took it more as validation. I said, you know what? Let me just keep moving forward.
Yeah. You kind of know at that point, like, you really know that you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
And you can really, like, stand your ground in terms of, like, just the rap game in general. Because, it's really hard to, like, find, like, a female rapper in particular who could just, like, spit bars back to back.
Right.
And, that's you.
Thank you.
So, growing up in Virginia, what was that like for you?
Oh my gosh, I had the best childhood, and like I be on Google like time machine, like is it real? Because sometimes I just be wanting to go back, man. Like just the neighborhood. I grew up on an area. It's called the Highway, so it's like the little hood version of Virginia, like the Highway. We go hard or whatever, hard in the paint. So I grew up there, and everybody was just close, and we like playing manhunt, hide and go seek every night, and just. I actually was a dancer first. I grew up as a competitive dancer, so I was always in a dance studio. And then...
Are we talking like ballet, hip-hop?
Ballet, hip-hop, tap, jazz, modern, yeah. So it's funny because like 2 days ago, I hit a split in my performance, and everybody's like, oh, I didn't know you could do a split. And I'm just like, I've been a dancer longer than I've been a rapper. Like, But I had a great childhood. I loved growing up in Virginia. Like,
did you want to be a dancer growing up, or did your like parents like put that on you?
No, I wanted to. I was just naturally good at it. And so then my mom put me in dance class when I was like 6, and then I started competing when I was, I think, 7. So yeah, it was always in me to be an entertainer.
Did all like the entertainment shit kind of like, I guess, put you away from like all the hood shit?
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, you know, my mom raised me different than a lot of kids on the highway. Like a lot of kids on the highway, everybody grew up on like EBT and Section 8 and all that. And, you know, some of them grew up cursing. I never cursed. Like, I didn't start cussing until, like, I was an adult. Wow. And my mom would be like, I don't know where you got that mouth from. I'm like, I don't know either. Like, when my sister passed away, I feel like she came in my body and just gave me this whole attitude that I never had. Yeah. But, yeah, I definitely was different from them growing up. Yeah. But, I mean, you know, they were all still cool. I was still popular.
Yeah.
All that.
Still just like a normal kid just going through like the regular day-to-day shit. But when did your sister pass away?
Time flies, but I was 17 or 16. So, like 7 years ago?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 6 years ago. Yeah. So it's been a few years.
And I'm sure that was something that like really impacted you
Definitely.
and your family.
Why am I counting on my fingers like I'm slow or something?
Yeah,
but it did definitely, like, that was a turning point in my life, my whole family's life. And she's the reason why I started rapping. Like, she told me when I was 14, she was like, you know, you'd be dope if you wrote your own music. Because I rapped a Little Mama verse. And she was like, oh my God, this sounds dope. You need to write your own music. Like, and so I did. And then that's why I started rapping.
That's tight. So then, in a sense, like, you kind of just like move in the way because of like, you know, for your sister. And
yeah,
whatnot.
Definitely. That's all, like the main reason, because it really just turned my family upside down. She left behind 4 kids. One of them was just recently killed last year. So it's just like we go through a lot as a family ever since that happened. Like, I had the perfect life. Like, it wasn't like my life was bad and then got good. My life was good and then got bad. So, you know, I just got to keep going harder for her, my mom, because my mom was done after me. Now she's raising my sister's daughter, and she's 8 years old now.
Man, yeah, time really does pass by. But I feel like, you know, life just as a wave, like, it kind of just has like its ups and downs. Like, now, you know, you're living over here in LA. It just seems like life is like really gravy for you.
Yeah, I mean, no, not at all. Not at all.
Really?
No. No, I mean, I'm still grinding. Like, I'm still in that grind. Like, I feel like everything gonna be popping when I'm on the charts, when I'm getting tour money, when I'm getting, you know, that bag. And right now, we still in grind mode. Like, I'm still hungry. I'm in the hungry stage right now. Yeah. So.
Now, that's something that you forever have to keep, though. Because the moment you just stop being hungry is the moment, like, everybody's just gonna, like, one-up you. And, like, you're gonna see people just, like, pass you up.
It's a lot of sacrificing, too.
Yeah. So when did you move out here?
3 years ago.
Super recent. Was that because of the deal, or like what was the purpose?
Okay, so I'm not signed. He's my manager. So I'm signed to him as like him being my manager. I'm independent though. Like, we're independent. We're not signed to a label. Okay. So his Meal Ticket is actually his whole brand, his whole casting. He has like models, actors, all that stuff. So that's the whole brand. Okay. But music-wise, he's managing me, and we're independent. And my brother actually moved me out here. I didn't know anybody out here, and I just like went on Instagram, and I was looking up producers that lived in LA. And then one of them wrote back and happened to know Game. He invited me to a club appearance, and that's when I met Game. And then I was in the studio with Game, hanging out with him. And then Game was like, had, you know, like their friends, one of the females I became cool with. I went to a party with her, and I met Emils. So it was just like, I came out here to make my own connections. Yeah. And then one thing just led to another.
Just connecting after connecting after connecting.
Yeah, I met Emils at the club when I went with her. And then, like, a couple days later, he casted me for a New Edition movie. So I was an extra in that movie. And then he asked me on set, he was like, what you do? I said, I rap. He said, no, you don't. I said, yes, I do. He said, spit on. And I spit on. And then he was like,
were you spitting, like, off the dome? Or some bars that you had before?
I forgot what I spit. Bars that I had before, definitely. Because I'm a writer. Yeah. I'll tell you that now, I'm a writer. But, yeah, so then he told me to rap again, and I did. And then he was just like, he made me rap in front of the cast, and then I did again. And then he was just like, I want to manage you. Like, that day.
Damn, just right off the bat. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could see it, though.
That was it. That was just that day. After that, it's been history.
Just been, like, moving ever since. Yeah. You know, you being in the studio with, like, one of the most legendary people in hip-hop, The Game. What was that like for you?
Oh, my gosh. He's so, like... Okay, so I was nervous, of course. Like, I'm sitting here, my heart was beating. But the main reason why I was nervous because he heard me rap before, but he had me sing a hook. And I was so nervous. Like, I've never been so nervous in my life. I was in that booth shaking, like, oh my God, am I going to hit the notes? Is it going to come out right? And he was like giving me tips and pointers. And then there was people in the studio. So it wasn't like it was just me and him. It was me, him, his people. And I was so nervous. But he got me through it. And then, like, ever since then, I've been so comfortable with, like, singing in the booth.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he's a really dope person. And he gives great advice marketing-wise. I met him around the time he dropped documentary, and he had the red and blue thing going on his Instagram. So he was just teaching me, like, about that. Like, he's a super dope person.
Yeah. I think even now, too, like, it's really cool that for the Shimmey Challenge, you had, like, you know, just the challenge, because I feel like in order for a small artist to really, like, pop off, like, yeah, the Spotify number should be dope, but then, like, the viralness of, like, you know, some sort of challenge going off. I think Shiggy really, like, made that a point once In My Feelings came out.
Yeah, definitely. He killed that. And that was overnight, so I'm like, what the world? Like, he just blew up, met Drake. I've been trying to meet Drake for years. Man.
Is there anybody that you've met over here in LA that you were just, like, stunned by?
Every time I get asked questions, sometimes my brain goes blank. Who have I met, first of all? Dr. Dre. Okay, so Dr. Dre. Man, okay, so I went to the studio, and I never met him before. And I walked in, and he was like, he had people in there playing music and stuff. I walk in, and he looks at me. He says, hey. And I'm like, does he know who I am? And then, like, me and my manager were looking at each other like, what in the world? But my producer is his producer as well. Like, they work together or something, or he signed to Dr. Dre or something like that. So I guess he's brought me up to Dr. Dre a lot. So when I walked in, he already, like, knew.
Yeah.
I was just like, wow, that's dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Dr. Dre. I have a song with Too Short, though, and he's very dope.
Is that one out now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. It's not out yet.
And you can talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm pretty sure I can. I think I heard my manager talking about it.
For sure. Yeah, so even like Too Short, because I'm from the Bay Area, so I grew up listening to Too Short like all the fucking time. So what's that song about? It's
just a nice, like, summer party song. It's me, him, and Krayshawn.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so we definitely killed that record.
How'd you end up linking with Short?
My manager.
Yo.
So he does a lot of work with Too Short, and he's always like at Too Short studio, you know, helping him with different things, and I just show up with my manager sometimes, and then they see the movement, they see, you know, like everything I'm doing. So then I was just there, and then the producer there was just like, yo, I got this record. And Too Short's already on it. Let's throw her on it. So Short came in there and said, You better not do bad. You better do it right. Because you only get one chance.
Don't
that's
fuck
what he said.
this
He said,
up.
You better not fuck up. I can curse. I didn't know if I could cuss. I didn't know if I could curse.
Nah, you good.
Yeah, he said, You better not fuck up. So I was like my hand was like
like, damn, these bars got to be on fucking
but
point.
It wasn't even that type of song, because when it comes to like barring up on a record, I does that. But when it comes to like fun, feel good records, I be trying to like lay back a little bit. I'm not trying to Kendrick you on a fun record.
For sure.
I would say perfect.
So then, how do you like get in the mood then? Like when you just try to do like a fun record.
Okay, so I think back, I just did a record with Flow Rider too, and it was the same type of vibe.
What the fuck? Yo, I'm on your Spotify. You only got like 4 records, but over here you got Short.
Because these are ones that we just, you know,
Okay,
did. So,
that's what's up.
With both of them, it was just like, you know, Flow Rider, he don't be barring you up that much either. They just have fun. So I think of stuff like that. I think of like stuff that's gonna make me feel good. I picture myself on stage and the crowd, how they're gonna react, and I say things that I know they're gonna want to say. So that's how I just think about it like that.
Does it get to you that you're in the studio with these people, that you have records with all these people, and it's like, you know, at least from my perspective, it's still just like the beginning of your career, and it just feels like that's a lot of stuff to accomplish just at the beginning. Yeah.
Sometimes I look back at it, and like even when I first started rapping, there was the artist named Fat Trail, and he's like really big in the DMV area, and that's who I was with. So I was always used to being with like the top person, but it was like he was the top person of that area. So now coming here, it was like, oh, I'm with top people of the whole music industry, but I'm not that top person yet. So I remind myself of where I've come from, but there's also that piece of my mind that's like, you know what, you're not him yet though. So keep working. Don't get too happy right now. So I never go around bragging about like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. I got this and I got that because I'm not that person yet.
Yeah.
So I embrace being in the studio with them. Definitely. Like I told myself the next day, I was like, oh my gosh, I used to listen to Flo Rida and I have a song with him. Like, wait. I got a song with Flo Rida. And it, you know, it gets to me.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, all right, now I need to become Flo Rida.
You know, for sure.
So, yeah.
Now, that's some dope shit. Do you know, even coming out of Virginia, like Fat Trell, Chris Brown's from Virginia too.
Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Pusha T, Timbaland, Missy Elliott, everybody. Do you, I mean, even though like that area has so much representation, like I don't see a lot of females coming out of that spot too. You know what's crazy? Where they're all from is like hours from me. It's like 2.5 hours from me. They're like south. I'm more like DC, Maryland. Like I'm like 5 minutes from Maryland.
Yeah.
Like right at the bridge. And there's no female in Alexandria, Virginia that's even gotten this far that I've gotten.
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
I think that's really dope. Like radio, tours, songs with the people I got songs with. And yeah, there's no like person in Alexandria, Virginia that's gotten this far.
So then do you want to be like that person to represent Alexandria, Virginia?
Definitely. Yes.
That's fun.
Highway all day. That's where I'm from.
I feel like I gotta be out there because like I think the closest thing I've ever heard about Virginia ever was like Logic, because I think he's from like Maryland or something.
Yeah, that's Maryland. Yeah. Maryland got Maryland, DC, they got some talent. But Alexandria, Virginia, we got some talent too, but people overlook us. So that's why I want to be the one that like, you know, I made it or whatever. And then
Is it a small town?
Yeah.
That's
Alexandria is like, it's like the city of Alexandria, and then you got like my side, the highway side. So, and then you go down to like Lorton and Woodbridge and all of that stuff. And then it goes all the way down to the 757 area, which is Richmond.
Yeah.
Where Chris Chris is from further down, like Tappahannock or something like that. But yeah, Alexandria is like, it's small and nobody really like made it out of it yet.
So then considering that you're the only person to like, you know, make it this far, like how has your hometown received you, I guess like, you know, like making it this far? Like do they support you? Are they kind of just still thinking you're this?
I think
you're almost
a lot
there?
of them support me because when I do come home, I do get love from a lot of people. But I think a lot of them are still seeing like, well, what's she really gonna do? Let's see. So, but I love where I'm from, and I love, you know, everybody there, all the talent there. Like I can't wait till we're all shining, you know. Yeah.
How's your family supported your rap career so far?
My mama is so supportive. Like my whole family's so supportive, and they, you know, they helped me when I moved out here. I didn't have no money or nothing. Like they would help me. I was at my worst when I moved out here, but I didn't go home. Like I was like, I'm not gonna give up.
Why were you at your worst?
I didn't have no money, no car, no job. Couldn't get no job. I was like stealing food and clothes to go out and networking.
Shit.
It was rough. People don't know that part. They just see what I'm doing now, but they don't know what I had to go through to get here. It's crazy.
Shit, stealing clothes.
Nigga, we made it.
Well, yeah, because like even at that point, like even at networking events, it's kind of embarrassing if you like go and you see like the same people over and over again. It's like, you know, you wearing the same shit.
Yeah, you gotta have different outfits, but I ain't had no money to get no outfits. So it was just like the girl who that was staying with me, she was like, I got you. I'll get you an outfit. Then like we had it bad. Like bad. So but I can't say super bad because I had a roof over my head thanks to my brother. But he had left, and I was just out here. So I had to survive.
So then when was that turning point in which, like, you were able to be more self-sufficient? Like, you can, like, get your own clothes, and you can kind of just, like, move around the way you, like, really wanted to?
2016, because I moved here 2015. Yeah. So it took, like, a year. And then I started to sell T-shirts. That's what I did. I started to make T-shirts, like, bleach and distress them. And jean jackets and stuff, yeah. And I was selling them on the internet, and people were buying them. And then I was able to buy my heels. I was able to buy my clothes, keep gas in my car. My brother ended up getting me a car. Oh, wow. So, yeah, he had got me a Benz. Yeah, a year later, he got me.
That should have run up the gas, though.
The Benzie, man. So I had that, and then I was just selling my shirts and stuff, and then I started working at Pink, Victoria's Secret Pink. But then when I went on tour with Game, I had to quit Pink.
Yeah. Oh, for obvious reasons. Yeah.
So I haven't. And then I had one more job after that, but it was like a boutique type thing, and then I haven't like worked since.
Damn.
I just make all my money like doing features or hostings now. Like everything is starting to finally come together.
Yeah.
But when I first moved out here, it was rough.
You know, it's
people
that
would have gave up and went home.
No, for real. Like it's that type of stuff that I feel like, does it humble you?
Yeah, definitely. Because I didn't quit. And so now I can tell the next person like, oh, you going to quit and go home or are you going to stick it through? I stuck it through. You could stick it through too. Mm-hmm. Had I went home, I wouldn't be here. So
it's that time period in which like it's still just a dead ass beginning and you kind of have to like pay your dues.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everyone wants to be in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to be like a rapper or singer, somebody in the entertainment industry, but doesn't really know that like, hey, there's like a couple bullshit years that you have to go through.
Yeah, it's
and
a
if you
lot
can
you
make
gotta
it
go
through
through.
that.
You're not gonna come out here and just be like, oh, like Hollywood lights everywhere. No, it don't work like that. So they gotta understand that part of it.
So Kiara, like, between like Shimmey and the record How to Rob, like, how come you decided to go with a more like, I guess like club setting for that song?
For Shimmey?
Yeah, for Shimmey.
A lot of my songs are actually kind of club sounding. How to Rob was the different one. That was like the ugly duckling of the bunch. But
I fuck with the ugly duckling though.
No,
yeah.
everybody love the ugly duckling. But it was just the different one because a lot of my sound is like club, and that's because I'm a dancer first, and I like being a stage, I like dancing. I like my slow records as well, but when I'm going out and I'm networking with these DJs, they're not gonna play the slow record in the club.
Yeah.
Gotta get popping in the street. I said I'm gonna take over the streets, So I gotta make songs that they're gonna want to hear, and that's why I make those songs.
That's what's up.
And I have fun with those songs. It's just like Shimmey. That's like my favorite song ever made.
No, I mean, clearly the song's like going viral right now.
Yeah.
So, even do you ever feel like you're gonna go back to that How to Rob type vibe?
Yeah. Flo Rida, I told Flo Rida I was gonna do a How to Rob Part 2 because he got mad, didn't add his name in it, and I was like, I don't want to talk about you, and then like I get in the studio, you kick me out or something, like I didn't want to add your name. So I told him I'm gonna do a Part 2, but I don't know when I'm gonna do that.
Dude, that'll be tight.
I was so scared to add Beyonce's name because Beyonce's my idol.
No, and that's why I was tripping when I was like listening to the shit. I was like, okay, I see where you're going with it. And then I heard Beyonce, I heard Hove, I heard J. Cole.
I was naming everybody I look up to. I named Drake, so I was like, you know what? Can't nobody come at me sideways because this is a fun record. Like I'm naming people I look up to, but I didn't want to name Flo Rida because I'm around him. I'm around him. I look up to you a lot.
Yeah.
But you my mans, and I don't want to say nothing disrespectful. And then I see you, and you be like,
even like Flo Rida's career, like he started off as a really good rapper, and then he ended up becoming like a pop star.
Man, he's so big overseas, yo. Like,
yeah.
He sells out in China. Like, what?
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
He sells out in like places I can't even spell.
I mean, you can get down to like any wedding to some Flo Rida.
Yeah. Shawty got them apple
bottom jeans, boots with the fur, all that shit. And, like, it's always this discussion in which, like, some rappers don't like to cross over to that realm because, I mean, I guess in a sense it's like, it's not totally what they represent from back in the hood.
Yeah, some people want to stay regional. Some people just want to stay popping in their hood. But Flo Rida, he's an international pop star, and that's what I want to be. Like, I'm going to be big, huge. So I'm following that path.
Hey, smart move.
Thank you.
Very smart move. So, Kiara, do you have like an album coming out this year? Or what's the deal?
Well, we did originally because we have a project done. Mm-hmm. We just we're just not in a rush to put it out. We're kind of letting the singles take off on its own. And then because when I put out my last mixtape last year, it was just like thrown in their face, like, here you go, here's all the songs. Now let's see what does what. But now I think I just want to take my time with it and just drop the singles and let them see, what they like or don't like. Let them choose what's on the album.
Yeah. So. And ride that shimmy wave for as long as you can.
Man, I love that song. I will ride that wave for the next 5 years. Like, just like you play Dunk in the club by Soulja Boy and everybody start dancing again, y'all gonna play Shimmy.
I just played Donk like at a restaurant just last night, and I seen like hella white girls like, yeah. And I was like, yo, like, that's
how
crazy.
I want Shimmy to be. Like, I want Shimmy you could play 5 years from now and everybody's still dancing to it.
So you gotta send me the clean version and the dirty version so I could play it in the streets,
the whole
right?
DJ pack.
For sure.
The acapella.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Kiara, thank you for coming over here at the lunch table.
Thank you for having me.
Where can everybody find you?
At It's Kiara Simone. That's ITSKIARASIMONE. Because, some people always want to be different. Some parents be like, I'm going to spell Kiara with a KXYIARA.
Oh,
no, it's just KIARA. And Simone is SIMONE. Period.
Yeah. I actually had this dude in here. His name is Keon Bell, but he spells it XIAN.
Hey, what's your mother number, Keon? I'm trying to see something real quick. I got to see something.
Anyways, this is the lunch table. Food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Kiara Simone. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yay.